Energy drinks, long marketed as quick fixes for fatigue and performance, represent a hidden but serious threat to liver health, particularly when consumed frequently or in large quantities. These beverages are a cocktail of high sugars, concentrated caffeine, and additional compounds such as niacin, vitamin B3, and various herbal stimulants, all of which individually place strain on the liver, but together can overwhelm its detoxification and metabolic capacity. The liver, responsible for processing toxins, regulating glucose, metabolizing drugs, and synthesizing fats, is forced to manage a sudden influx of rapidly absorbed sugars and stimulants with little nutritional support. This repeated overload can lead to significant hepatic stress, fat accumulation, and even early markers of liver injury, often before any outward symptoms appear. The sugar content in energy drinks is particularly problematic. Unlike whole foods, which release glucose and fructose gradually, energy drinks deliver large, concentrated amounts of sugar in a short period. The liver receives a sudden portal influx of fructose, which it metabolizes almost exclusively through de novo lipogenesis, converting the sugar directly into triglycerides. Over time, this mechanism promotes fat accumulation within hepatocytes, contributing to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NEFLD. The situation is further exacerbated by caffeine, which in moderate amounts may have some metabolic benefits, but in the high doses typical of energy drinks, increases oxidative stress, elevates stress hormones, and can indirectly exacerbate insulin resistance. Together, sugar and caffeine create a metabolic environment that favors liver fat deposition, inflammation, and oxidative damage. Niacin, often included in energy drinks at levels far exceeding daily dietary requirements, can add yet another layer of hepatic risk. While niacin is essential for energy metabolism, excessive intake can overwhelm liver enzymes responsible for its breakdown, leading to hepatotoxicity in susceptible individuals. Cases of acute liver injury linked to high niacin consumption are documented, demonstrating that even vitamin fortification is not inherently safe when paired with sugar and stimulants in concentrated drinks. The liver, already taxed by processing excessive fructose and caffeine, becomes more vulnerable to this type of chemical stress, increasing the risk of long-term injury. Adolescents and young adults are particularly at risk. Their bodies are more likely to consume multiple energy drinks per day, often alongside other high-sugar beverages and snacks, creating a cumulative metabolic assault. Developing livers may be more sensitive to fat accumulation and oxidative stress, and repeated exposure to high sugar and stimulant loads during formative years may establish patterns of insulin resistance, fat deposition, and chronic inflammation that persist into adulthood. Early NEFLD in adolescence is rising sharply in parallel with energy drink consumption, suggesting a strong association that warrants urgent public health attention. Compounding the risk is the perception that energy drinks are safe, performance enhancers, or hydration substitutes. Many consumers, including athletes and students, use these beverages in place of water or natural energy sources, failing to recognize that their liver is quietly accumulating fat, experiencing oxidative damage, and coping with chemical overload every time a can is consumed. Unlike naturally occurring foods, energy drinks provide no fiber, antioxidants, or other nutrients that could mitigate these stresses, leaving the liver entirely exposed to the metabolic consequences of rapid sugar absorption and chemical detoxification. Over time, chronic consumption of energy drinks can contribute not only to fatty liver, but also to broader metabolic dysregulation. Insulin resistance, increased triglycerides in the bloodstream, inflammation, and even early fibrosis may occur silently, elevating lifetime risk for liver disease, cardiovascular problems, and type 2 diabetes. Because the liver often shows no outward signs of dysfunction until damage is significant, reliance on energy drinks is a slow, insidious pathway to chronic health problems. Preventing this outcome requires vigilance. Reducing or eliminating energy drink intake is critical, particularly for adolescents and young adults who are most likely to consume them in excess. Safer strategies for energy and alertness include adequate sleep, balanced nutrition, hydration with water or herbal teas, and moderate caffeine from natural sources such as tea or coffee, where intake can be more easily controlled. Energy drinks are not merely a poor nutritional choice. They are a concentrated metabolic and hepatic stressor with the potential to silently compromise liver function and overall metabolic health over time.